Wait, that's happened? History is full of unbelievable true stories and curious twists that rewrite what we thought we knew. And Thanksgiving is no exception. You probably think Thanksgiving started with turkey, pilgrims, and a single big feast of gratitude. But the real story? It's a chaotic mashup of politics, propaganda, and some truly bizarre historical events that make the modern holiday look almost unrecognizable. Let's rewind to the 1600s, the first Thanksgiving that every schoolbook celebrates. Pilgrims and Wampanoag sitting together in harmony in 1621 wasn't even called Thanksgiving. It was a harvest feast, not a national holiday, and honestly, not that peaceful. The Pilgrims were survivors of a brutal year. Half their colony had died of disease and starvation. When they finally pulled in a decent harvest, they threw a 3-day feast to celebrate. The Wampanoag people, hearing all the gunfire from the settlers' celebration, thought war had broken out and showed up armed, only to find the colonists feasting instead. This somehow eased into shared food and uneasy diplomacy. And about that dinner, there was almost certainly no turkey. The surviving accounts mention venison, shellfish, eels, and cornmeal porridge. Cranberry sauce? Nope. Pumpkin pie? Not a chance. They didn't have flour or sugar. So, while we picture golden turkeys and perfect pies, the real meal was closer to a survival buffet. Even stranger, the 1621 feast wasn't unique, and it definitely wasn't the first. Decades earlier, in Florida, Spanish settlers held a Thanksgiving-style mass in 1565. In Virginia, English colonists held a Thanksgiving in 1619. Some of these early Thanksgivings were solemn religious days. Others were followed by conflict and bloodshed. In 1637, Massachusetts Bay colonists even declared a Day of Thanksgiving after massacring hundreds of Pequot people. That changed in the 19th century, thanks to Sarah Josepha Hale. For decades, Hale campaigned to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. Most ignored her, until Abraham Lincoln finally agreed. In 1863, in the middle of the Civil War, Lincoln proclaimed a national Thanksgiving. From there, Thanksgiving kept evolving, and sometimes it got weird. Franklin Roosevelt once tried to move it up a week to boost holiday shopping, sparking outrage and jokes about Franksgiving. States couldn't even agree on the date. Meanwhile, advertisers and department stores swooped in to reshape the holiday, turning it from a solemn day of gratitude into the kickoff for the Christmas season. By the mid-20th century, the image of the perfect Thanksgiving, golden turkey, smiling family, pumpkin pie, had become less about history and more about marketing. So, the Thanksgiving we know today, calm, cozy, predictable, is really a collage of centuries of conflicting stories. It's part harvest feast, part political experiment, part marketing miracle. The Pilgrims may not have invented it, and the turkey might not have been invited, but the spirit of the holiday, finding gratitude amid chaos, somehow survived.